Do you ever feel like your story is trapped in a cage and you've somehow lost the key? Well, stay tuned to figure out how to get past that dreaded writer's block. And yes, my cat decided she needed to be on my lap today, so we're gonna do the video with the kitty today. I'm XP Lovecat and I'm a fiction developmental editor and book coach, and I love helping writers actually finish their manuscripts. So today we're gonna be talking about how to get past that writer's block. Now, the first thing is to assure you that you're totally normal if you're encountering some sort of block. It happens to the best of us, and it can happen in writing or other creative projects as well. The first thing to do is actually get to the root of why you're feeling blocked. And I've identified 5 reasons why this might be, and then we'll go through some specific examples of how to get out of it depending on which of these 5 reasons it is. The first reason is perfectionism, or that expectations are too high. So generally, if you're writing a first draft, you might be nervous because you really want to get that story on their page. You're excited about it. You know it's a good story, but you just don't know that this writing is going to meet your expectations. The second reason you might be feeling this is just general self-doubt. Things like, I was never meant to be a writer, or I don't have enough experience to be a good writer, or I'll never get published. Those kind of thoughts that inevitably creep in when you're working on a long and difficult project. So self-doubt could be the second reason you're feeling this block. The third reason could just be burnout. Our body is generally going to be telling us if this is the root cause by feeling tired, or you're feeling like your energy at the computer is not really flowing the way that you want it because you just feel more of in a slump. This could genuinely be burnout. Number 4, and this is most of the time, is it could just be a small hurdle. You're stuck on this specific scene, you're stuck on how you're going to get from point A to point C. There's a lot of different reasons why you can get a little minor block and feel like you can't get past it, and these are generally the easiest to kind of work through as well. Or it could be number 5, which is hard to hear sometimes, and that is it could be a wrong fit project for you. Sometimes we start writing projects because we think we need to write a certain way, write for a certain audience, write something that maybe we're not totally passionate about, or have changed our story to make it fit a more commercial audience. Any of those sort of feelings or thoughts could mean that you're feeling the block because it's not truly what you want to be working on. That one hits hard, but usually it's not this option. It could be one of the previous 4 options, but if it is, just kind of spend some time thinking about that. Do you generally know which of these root causes your writer's block? Let me know in the comments. All right, let's get into the specific strategies and which of these strategies is best for each of these root causes. The first strategy is to set a timer and just write. This is great for perfectionism and self-doubt. Basically, you're going to set a 20-minute timer, 15 even if you're feeling overwhelmed by 20, and write garbage. I don't care what it is. It could even be writing on a different project, but ideally, you're working on wherever you're blocked and you're just gonna write sentences. You're gonna start and getting all the junk out so that we're clearing this drain so that the words can freely flow once you get all of that junk out of the way. The second strategy is to change it up a little bit. This could be your environment. This could be when you write, your routine. It could also be the way that you write. If you're generally an outliner or planner, you could maybe try discovery writing. If you're a discovery writer, maybe try going to an outline and quickly writing out kind of the main points that you're working through. So these different approaches can just get your brain working in a different way and can ignite. These are best for things like perfectionism, self-doubt, and of course that dreaded hurdle. Number 3 is to get your body moving. I love getting up and going for walks, getting fresh air. This is going to, again, just activate different things in your brain, get some energy and things flowing through your body, which will help you to sit down at your project and see it perhaps in a new light, or get your brain processing without the pressure of staring at a blank Word document. And like the tip before, this is best for perfectionism, self-doubt, and hurdles. Next, we have talk it out or break it down. And this is my version of just breaking whatever hurdle or whatever specific area you're stuck on into smaller pieces. And this is going to help you just view it in a different light sometimes. And then if you're working specifically with a critique partner, they can be very beneficial to offer their own suggestions and get you thinking in a way that you may not have been thinking before. This is usually my go-to if you're experiencing a hurdle. The fifth strategy is to take a break. And this can be a small or a large break depending on what kind of block you're experiencing. This could be used for burnout, which is definitely going to be a longer break. Wrong fit project, which could also be a longer break, but it also could be a short break if you are able to work through kind of why it's a wrong fit for you. And then it could also be used for a hurdle, which tends to be smaller breaks, just stepping away for a little bit and giving your brain a rest from the creative work that you're doing on your project. And the final strategy I have for you is to journal about your whys and your wants. So why are you actually motivated to work on this project? Why is it so important to you? And your wants are, what are your goals? Why are you wanting to reach those goals? What are you going to get when you do reach those goals? How are you going to feel when you reach those goals? All of these things, working through the more in-depth motivation of yourself, is going to help you reaffirm your purpose with this project and hopefully give you a little bit more energy into what you might be meant to be writing. This can be particularly useful for wrong fit projects, but it can also be really helpful for self-doubt. If you found this video helpful and would like more tips, I do have a newsletter that you can sign up for that will give you encouragement and some additional writing tips. So check that out if you're interested, and happy writing.